Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome once again to Equally Unhinged. This, I may make some jokes today, but it's a very serious story, as you can tell from the title. Um, I'm not going to joke about suicide itself, um, but I may poke some fun at America and at our culture here in America. This story popped up on my newsfeed on my phone. I'm like, what the heck? Are you kidding me? So this was in Argentina at a march in not support of a march against um, abuse of women, but in support of women. It's a feminist march, and this guy was here with his girlfriend, and they were reading off names of men being accused of sexual abuse. And this young man all of a sudden heard his name. He's standing next to his girlfriend. And she's the one that accused him of sexual abuse. Now, it turns out that it was all a lie. I'm going to read some of this here. This is on thepluralist.com. I'll put the link to this story in the comments down below or in the description. My son died yesterday with his heart broken. Teenage boy killed himself last week after his female friend accused him of sexual abuse, then retracted the claim. I'll let you guys read the whole story. I don't know about Argentina's laws, but I know about how I feel about America. And I'm sorry, if you falsely. Now, I'm not talking about getting drunk and thinking something might have happened, but I mean, if you actually know that nothing happened, but you falsely accuse a man of sexual abuse or sexual harassment and ruin a man's life, because that's what it does. It ruins his life from that day forward. He will never, particularly in the age of social media and Google at our fingertips, you go into a job interview now, and before you even show up, guaranteed they've Googled your name. They've looked you up and found out everything they can about you before you even show up. And to have even an accusation of this against you, it ruins your life. According to the Argentinian news site InfoBay, it started in December when Augustin Munoz, 18, marched with other young people through the center of his native Bariloche. I probably just murdered that name. I'm horrible with pronunciations of other languages. To protest violence against women. Again, I'm not commenting on why you're protesting. I think everybody should have the right to protest whatever they feel like. If you want to protest pumpkin spice lattes, go ahead and protest pumpkin spice lattes. But violence against women, I don't think there's anyone in their right mind who thinks violence against women is okay. But at one point in the march, names of alleged sexual abusers were read off in a public shaming. This is what gets me. Alleged sexual abusers, public shaming. These weren't people who had, been taken to court, charged with a crime, and convicted of a crime. No, they were alleged. It means a woman or another man just said, this person did something wrong against me sexually. And their names were read off in a public shaming. Muñoz's name was announced to the crowd because his friend, a fellow feminist, who's identified only as A, had reported him. After her son explained what happened, Castaneda said she contacted the female friend. So the mom, concerned, contacted the guy's girlfriend, immediately admitted the allegation, and apologized. Castaneda angrily posted online the woman's text and voice messages asking for forgiveness. So the female friend sent text and voice messages asking for forgiveness, admitting she did something wrong, admitted that she falsely accused him. And this is what gets me right here. This is what I was saying. Despite Castaneda's efforts to combat the accusation against her son, it continued to spread online. It's like the telephone game that we all played as kids in school, where you go around the room and the person on one side of the room says something like, "Oh, I went fishing with my father on Saturday," and by the time it gets to the end of it, it's, "My father forced me to do something against my will," or, whatever it was. Well, probably what my son would say is, "My father forced me to go fishing." But anyway. But here's the sad part. Just when Munoz seemed to be improving, he was in very bad shape, in bed, did not want to eat. But just when he seemed to be improving, he got into a fight with his girlfriend on her birthday, and his mood sunk lower than ever. And it was just a few days later that she posted that her son had killed himself. "My son died yesterday with his heart broken." This last year has been... I was going to do a video on all of the allegations against like Louis C.K., Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby. Some of which are completely true, some of which are completely false, and some of which, whether they're true or not, are just like, okay. But I saw this when this came across my newsfeed, and one, I am not advocating violence against women at all. Do not get the wrong idea. I'm not a feminist by any means, but then again, I absolutely love women. This world would not be the world it is without women. I would not be where I am without women. There's not a single human on the face of the earth that would even exist without a woman. And thank God for the strong, amazing women in my life. My wife, number one, at the top of that list. And Mom right below that. But when you get so caught up in something, and I guarantee you that's what happened to this young woman. She got so caught up in the fervor and the passion of this march that she thought, I'm just going to say that he did it and I'll apologize later. Well, when you make false accusations like this, there's real consequences. You ruin a young man's life. You ruin his family's life now because they don't have to go through the rest of their life knowing that their son took his own life and that nothing they did could help that situation. I wanted to make a really funny video today, with lots of jokes about, casting couches and, you know, whatever. But I couldn't do that when I saw this story pop across my newsfeed. I don't care if you're left or if you're right. Suicide is never a good thing. There is always somebody out there that cares about you. It may not seem like it. You may seem all alone. But I'll give you this right here. If you are contemplating, if you just want someone to talk to, send me a message here on YouTube. I may not get to it immediately, but I'll probably get to it within 24 hours. I will talk to you. If you just need somebody to listen, I will listen. We may not agree on everything. You can check my past videos. I guarantee you there's something that I've said that you don't agree with. But I'll at least listen. I'm also going to put the suicide hotline number down below. I've never called it myself. I don't know how good they are, but there's always somebody there that will listen. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, your pastor, your imam, your psychologist, counselor, teacher. Heck, the police officer that hangs out in 7-Eleven. Um, and some of you guys know my feelings about the police. Heck, even just the clerk at your local grocery store, just say hi, how's your day doing? It doesn't have to be a big deep conversation and go into everything that but even just a smile from someone someday can make a difference. So here's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to try to go out of my way to make somebody smile every day. To make somebody feel like they are loved or at least appreciated every day. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you're enjoying my content. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you are, hit that subscribe button. And if you really like them, go ahead and hit the little bell icon because, as we all know, YouTube subscriptions mean nothing anymore. And you won't get the notifications for any of my new videos. But if you hit the bell icon, you will. I'll check you guys next time. And I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful new year.